Welcome to episode 5 of the Boom Racing BRX01 AWB LINK. We're moving on to electronics. By the way, my name is Craig. This is the Size Matters RC Garage, and we are starting on page 34. So let's go see what's on page 34 and what we are going to need to complete this. On page 34, we need the supplied shifting servo, bag F, which is labeled servos, and a servo of your choice. This is going to be your steering servo. I am choosing to go with a Shift XB. This is my favorite all-around servo. It's in probably 90% of my rigs, so this is what we're going with. The directions on page 34 are straightforward, and I'm just going to go and install these and show you what it looks like when we're all done here. We have the servos in now. Just pay attention to your directions and pay attention to the orientation of the spline on both servos. It shows in the instructions which directions they should be facing. Super, super easy. And what I also like is on the box, if I could find it, there you go. So you have all your servo specs for the shifting servo on the box, but they also include it on the bottom page of the instructions. I just thought that was really nice that they lay that all out for you. And we are moving on to page 35. This is where you assemble your drag link. You grab your servo horn for the front steering servo, which they also provide that as well. I mean, this kit is so complete. It's unbelievable. And it says we're going to need bag B. So I put all that hardware back in bag B when I was finished with it a while ago, because that was links and shocks. So this is why I say I always put everything back in the bags, because you never know when a bag's going to pop back up. Well, there's bag B, and you're going to need bag F still. So I still have bag F out on the table laid out. I'm going to grab bag B and start the drag link assembly, which is also straightforward. All the measurements you need are on here, and we're going to go get that put on. All done with page 35. And what I do is I set everything up and I put the servo horn on the link, but I do not put it on the servo because I want to make sure that this servo is centered before I turn the truck on for the first time. And then I will put the servo horn on, make sure everything's set, and set my endpoints all at the same time. So to avoid any damage to the truck and the axles, I just leave that off for now. That's a me thing. You do what you feel is right. I leave it disconnected for the time being and just leave everything kind of hanging. I'm going to do the same thing with the shift link when we get there, which is next on page 36. So I'm going to go get that installed. Another thing to pay attention to is your drag link. Just make sure it's the right size. They give you the size. It's 30 millimeters between both link ends, and the directions are scaled to size, so you can just hold it up to there, or you can measure it, up to you. Okay, same thing on page 36. When you are putting your link end on the shift rod, same thing. They are going to have the measurements that you need on the page. It's also to scale. They even tell you it has a servo saver style servo horn that it comes with. It shows you how to assemble it, and it shows you where to put it on the servo. Now, that's assuming the servo is zeroed from the factory. What I would do is plug in the truck, give power to the servo, make sure everything in your controller is zeroed, then put the servo horn on and set your endpoints accordingly. So I have everything mocked up and ready to go, but I'm going to wait until I power it to hook everything actually up permanently, because I don't want to break anything. So we're all done and there. So these two servos are connected in the truck, just nothing's hooked up to the servo horns just yet, because I want to make sure we are good to go. Moving on to page 37. This is the fun part. This is where we put the motor. I'm going to be using a Hobbywing Fusion Pro, and we need this guy right here, which is your gearbox adapter and motor mount, two separate pieces. And we are going to need bag D gearbox. So I'm going to go get all that out, get this hooked up, and if I have any issues, I'll let you know. Very, very easy to follow instructions here on page 37. There's just a lot of information. Pay attention to all the text bubbles, pay attention to all the little exclamation points, things like your final drive ratio, what size pinion you have, and where your adjustment's going to be, because it tells you right on top of the motor mount where what size pinion you have and where that adjustment is. There's no guessing. Where your pinion goes on the motor, how far it needs to be away from the plate to make the mesh proper. It says 10 millimeters. Just pay attention to everything on this page. Very, very important. We're moving on to page 38, which is receiver box installation. This is going to be another very straightforward, very easy part. I'm going to go ahead and do it and show you what it looks like. But this is what we have so far. I haven't done any wire management yet. I'm going to wait until everything's finished. But we have steering servo, our shifting servo, and our motor all mounted, ready to go. And this thing is taking on some serious weight. Before I go and move ahead, you're going to need your receiver box and the lid, the silicone for the receiver box, bag E, which is labeled receiver box, and that plate that we talked about in episode 1 that goes on top. This will have your chassis number as well as your VIN number, and you can go ahead and register that on the Boom Racing website. And if you want, you can use the Scaletra app and register your truck on there, and you can record your adventures with your truck. Because I'm not doing any of my wiring or my wiring management yet, I did go ahead and I just put all my screws that I need for the receiver box in there. So I put one screw in the receiver box plate and one screw in the receiver box, so it's all held together, but the rest I need to complete it are in there, so I don't lose them, and I can just go ahead and take them out when I'm ready to finish the truck up. Okay, the next step, another very straightforward, very easy one. You have your ESC plate. I'm not going to be using this to mount an ESC, but I am going to be making a scale battery that is going to take the power plug for my Hobbywing Fusion. Wow, brain dead there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, but I'm not going to be using it for an ESC because my ESC is built into the motor. Space saving. Fun little fact here. We're back to bag A, chassis. You need bag A back out to do the ESC mount. And this is why I keep all my screws back in the bags when I'm done on each page, because you never know when they're going to pop back up. I say it all the time and it keeps happening. This is pretty much it for now. We got that plate mounted. Everything's where it needs to be. I just have some wiring management to do, put the receiver in, and then pages 42 and 43, I'm looking at them right now. It's just to build wheels and tires and get this all together. Super easy. Nobody likes building wheels and tires. They're not fun, but at least for me, some people enjoy it. I am not one of them. So I'm going to go get this done, get them mounted, and we will have a rolling chassis. And on the next episode, we'll throw some power to this thing, set endpoints, and do all that fun stuff. I'm building wheels here, and I just built the first wheel, and this is by 14. So in your spare parts bag, you have a M2.5 by 14. That makes it a lot easier to start your wheels and makes them go together a lot faster. So I just did this first one in like 3 minutes, not even. It was super fast. So not the worst wheels in the world to build at all. When you want to mount them to the truck, you're going to be using bag C. This is your pins and hexes. So that's going to be it. So I'm going to get these on, show it to you guys, and then go work on wiring management for the next episode where we actually put some power to it. And there you have it. So wheels are done. Wheels are very, very nice. Tires are very nice. Steel wheels, aluminum caps, super high quality, just like everything on this truck. Fit and finish, the quality, just the weight, everything is perfect. I'm going to go wire everything up, do some wiring management, find a receiver. I have a receiver around here somewhere waiting to go in it. I don't know where I put it, but Linked in the description below to go get yourself one. And check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thank you to Jason and the team at Boom Racing for creating such a beautiful truck. You guys rock. Thank you to All or None RC. Mr. Maynard is just love you, man. So, boom, wardrobe change. It's been a few days, honestly. We had a holiday in between, and I took a break from building to enjoy time with family. But I got the wiring management done. I got endpoints set. I got the motor in. Everything is squared away, and we have life in this truck. So, look at that. She lives. Very exciting day here at Size Matters. But we have to move on. We have to do the body next. So we're going to do a very short series on that because we've already done it with the AWB Leaf version. And if you want to go check out that build series to go ahead and get your build done with some tips and tricks over there, you can. I'm going to do the same thing with this body. Still don't know what color I'm painting it, but I think I have an idea. So we will see you the next episode. Stay badass, have fun building, and happy holidays, everybody.